Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. I'm back with another jailbreak video. This time, another new update. Um, it's been quite a while since I last did a video. I've been busy with so many things, and yeah, it's been brutal. Those weeks without uploading a video, but don't worry. Everything should be calming down a little later. But right now, let's get to this video, as I'm once again playing Jailbreak as a criminal. I recorded the other take with me being an officer, but I didn't like how it turned out. So I decided, fuck it. Let's stick to what? Let's stick to what I... Let's stick to what we stuck with the last time. Alright, here we go. Right. So it's another new update, season 21, as you can see. I'm not going to show you too much of the update. I'm just going to play as criminal. So, yeah. Right, as we're about to find places to rob, let's get to the sports news. Right. We got the NBA playoffs going on now. We had the play-in with the on the Western Conference. The Lakers managed to beat the Pelicans in the close game in the play-in. With that win, the Lakers were able to punch their way into the playoffs for the second time in a row. Kings versus Warriors ended with the Kings blowing out the Warriors, and that blowout may have been a sad end for the Warriors dynasty. Why am I saying that? Well, the writing on the wall is starting to show now. The Warriors' big three isn't gonna be around forever, and with age and new competition and the newer generation of players catching up to them, they just couldn't last forever. And after winning 4 titles, it may be time to move on from them. Klay Thompson is an unrestricted free agent this offseason, and he isn't getting better with age. And while he's been playing okay since the devastating torn ACL and Achilles injuries, he hasn't been quite the same since getting hurt. And it showed in the game against the Kings in the play-in when he scored, well, wait for it, 0 points in the playoffs, and then in the play-in. Usually he would go off like in game since, but in this case, since he's pretty much past his prime now, he just couldn't get it done anymore. He shot 0 points, no points at all, from 0 out of 10 attempts from field goal shooting, and 0-6 from 3. Not only is Klay washed up, but Draymond Green seems to be washed up too. And since he can't always play like himself anymore as well, he's resorted to try to start some shit, which has shown throughout the season when he got suspended for swinging on Yusuf Nurkic. And he even thought of retirement during his suspension, only to be talked out of it by Adam Silver, the guy who gave him the suspension. Right. Yeah. So the Warriors season, all in all, hasn't been that great. Coming off of a second round loss from that previous year, their struggles made me think that they just weren't good enough to be a finals contender. And even with the crazy wins against other playoff contending teams, I wasn't sold on them being a playoff contender. I know some fans might be mad at me for saying that, but after all that happened, I was right. I haven't said that in my videos, but that's what I've been thinking all along. So yeah. So with all that being said, is this the end of the Warriors dynasty? Well, who knows what will happen from here. Like I said, Klay is a non-restricted free agent this offseason. So there's a good chance he either joins another team or gets a smaller contract or even retire. But who knows what will happen from here. But with the downfall that they're experiencing now, the writing on the wall is being seen. Still, we'll see what will happen from here. But don't expect the Warriors to be playoff contenders right for any time soon now. Alright. Now for the Eastern Conference play-in. The Bulls blew out the Hawks in the play-in game. Every year the Bulls have been making the play-in. Last time they won the play-in game before this, DeMar DeRozan's daughter was screaming every time the Raptors were shooting free throws. And I even watched that game, and I heard her scream. But she didn't show up to the Nets game, and she wasn't even there at the Bulls Nets play-in game this year. But the Bulls still managed to win the play-in game against the also struggling Hawks. Alright, and the other play-in game, Heat versus Sixers. The Sixers won a close one to punch their way into the playoffs. So this leads us to the second round of the play-in. And the Heat managed to blow out the Bulls. The Bulls' play-in win this year was just false hope. Just gave fans false hope. But since they've sucked all along, and that their new owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, has become the new worst owner in sports, with Dan Snyder out of the picture, the Bulls have been so average, or mid, should I say, that making the play-in and winning a play-in game has become expected and monotonous, if I'm using a big word to describe this here. But yeah, the Bulls just continue to frustrate me as a fan of that team. It will only be a matter of time before Reinsdorf meets his maker. Alright. Alright. Kings and Pelicans met, and it was the Pelicans, despite losing Zion to injury. it was the Pelicans, despite losing Zion to the hamstring injury, that the, the that entered the playoffs. So now we're in the first round. Eastern Conference first round will be Celtics versus Heat. The Heat are without Jimmy Butler after he got injured in the game against the Sixers in the play-in. They're once again the 8th seed, but since they're without Jimmy Butler, that series could end in a different story. But we'll see. The Magic and Cavs will meet each other. The Pacers and Bucks will meet each other as well. Although that could result in the first round exit, with Giannis also hurt and Doc Rivers being being an expert in and Doc Rivers being an expert in choking away leads and blowing a big opportunity when it comes. So yeah. And we got the Knicks versus the Sixers as well. As for the East, Western Conference first round, it will be the 1-seeded Thunder versus the Pelicans. The Thunder's first time in the playoffs since 2020. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go to the tomb. I've been robbing the casino and cargo ship while I was talking sports. Sorry if I'm talking too much about sports, but that's just how I talk in most of my gaming videos. Alright, and we got the Clippers against the Mavs. They faced each other. They've met each other in the playoffs previously, not once but twice in 2020 and 21. And it should be an interesting matchup. And we got the Suns versus Wolves. And last but not least, Nuggets versus Lakers. Last time these two made each other, and then the Nuggets sweep. And since they haven't won against the Lakers haven't won against the Nuggets in a while, maybe that series could end the same way. We'll see though. But since the Nuggets have become the Lakers' kryptonite, this might end in a sweep again, or it'd be a miracle if they take it to 5 or 6 or even 7 games. Who knows? But I know this for sure that this will end quickly in the sweep or 5 games. So that's it. That's everything about the NBA playoffs. We'll see who will take the NBA Finals crown this year. All right. I'm just waiting for more people to come in at the tomb. All right. Oh, fuck. Stop punching me. All right. Okay. So, yeah. All right. The NFL free agency has gone on. Lots of big signings. Kirk Cousins got a hefty 4-year contract for the Falcons. What do I think of that signing? Kirk Cousins is coming off a devastating torn Achilles injury that ended his tenure with the Vikings early. And since he's 34, 5, or I think 36 years old, coming off of the Achilles injury, I just think he's a temporary solution at the quarterback position for the Falcons. And but since they're going all in on him, they just think he'll solve all their problems. But in my opinion, he's just a temporary solution for the Falcons until they find another one, since he's coming off of the Achilles injury and has grown older as the years have gone by. So yeah, that's what I think of the signing. All right, Russell Wilson, after a disastrous tenure with the Broncos, got cut, and joined the Steelers on the minimum on the on a smaller deal for just 1 year. The Steelers also traded for Justin Fields. Yeah. The Steelers are in a weird but hopeless situation. They've always, in the last few years, they finished with 9-7, with 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 9 wins, just to keep Mike Tomlin's 500 winning season streak going, and they don't know when to actually rebuild and how to actually do it, since they're so stubborn and won't change even when it's absolutely less necessary. But yeah, we'll just see which one of these quarterbacks will take the starting job. As for the running backs, Saquon Barkley finally left the wretched organization in the Giants, and Derrick Henry his joined joined the team he loved to torture the most, the the Ravens. And we got Josh Jacobs joining the Packers. Aaron Jones leaving for the rival Vikings. And we got the Bears signing DeAndre Swift. Um, um, well, so those are just some of the signings I'm gonna get to for now. I know there are some other big signings, such as the Panthers going all in for offensive lineman Damian Lewis and trading away Brian Burns, which they should have done earlier, and they should have done it earlier when the Rams offered them a trade deal but declined it, which is stupid of them to do that. These are some of the free agency signings I want to talk about for now. There is a lot, but I just want to get to some that are notable and want to talk about. All right. The Bears also swung in for a trade. Also traded for Keenan Allen, and the Chiefs, even though they could repeat again the next year, have had to sacrifice some of the talent as a result of the salary cap limitations. They couldn't give luxurious need the contract he wanted, so they traded him to the Titans. And the Bills traded Stephon Diggs to the Texans, and in return, the Texans reduced Diggs' contract to just 1 year. So that means he'll be a free agent next year. And that trade also gives C.J. Stroud another weapon to have on the field. And as for retirements, Aaron Donald, after an illustrious career, has finally has officially hung up the cleats. He made the Pro Bowl every year and was an 8-time All-Pro. Won Defensive Player of the Year 3 times, and won a ring in Super Bowl 56. He had an amazing career for one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. The Hall of Fame awaits for Aaron Donald. So that's it. That's it for now about free agency and trades. we got the NFL draft coming up. The Bears will have the #1 pick, and almost everyone is saying that they're gonna draft Caleb Williams out of USC after trading away Justin Fields. Drafting Caleb Williams first overall seems to be the direction that they're heading towards. And that class is also stacked with other QBs such as Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and J.J. McCarthy, the latter of whom won the national title with the Michigan Wolverines. As some of you may know, I'm from the Chicago area, and McCarthy himself also happens to be from that area. Kind of off topic, but it's worth mentioning that since I'm a local Chicago area. I'm from the Chicago area, and he's also from there. So yeah. We'll see which teams will take these quarterbacks. All signs, like I said, since the Bears traded Fields, all signs point towards them drafting Caleb Williams first overall. And yeah, that's basically what I have to say about the upcoming draft. For now, hopefully I'll try to get this video uploaded as soon as possible. So if any of this information gets outdated by the time I upload it by next week or so, I apologize. But yeah, life can get in the way sometimes. Alright, robbed a cargo plane. That's all I want to talk about in sports for now. Sorry if I blabbered on too much about it while robbing some shit, but yeah. And also, I don't want to show you too much about the new update. So I'm just recording myself doing what I normally do in this game, instead of blabbering around with all the new stuff from the update, blah 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 and shit. I just want to show you how I rob whatever's out there, whether it's a bank, jewelry store, to cargo plane, and so on. This server is getting a little dead now. Fewer criminals out there, including me, trying to rob the jewelry store. Sorry if my voice sounds scratchy, but that's what happens when you talk too much. Alright. Alright, trying to get in, but fuck. This part is what I really hate the most. So many lasers makes it hard for me to try to get through, and even to collect the diamonds that are on this floor. Oh man, so mad, frustrating as fuck. Oh man, and this is what happens. I've had success with that floor before, but just not this time. Alright. I've been wanting to do another flight simulator video, but that game keeps crashing on me for some reason. So I decided on this game. Should have explained it earlier at the beginning, but oh, it's okay. Sometimes there are things that are to talk about, to save for last, to talk about later on. All right. Yeah, this server is dying right now. Right. Donut shop. Alright. 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 I've been playing Siege off camera. And, in the near future, probably next month or so, if time allows me, I'll do the Rainbow Six Siege video in when I can. I can't promise everything because I can't guarantee everything, but I promise you, I'll get to Rainbow Six Siege in the future, since I've been playing that game and I've been loving playing it. Alright. Yeah, try to get away. Try to get away. Oh, fuck. Alright, but that's a good stopping point for now, for this video. I know it's shorter than usual, but I just want to leave things where we're at now. But as always, thank you guys for watching. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.